lights flicker in marina haze, engines screaming a downtown blaze, tarmac gleaming, hearts on fire, louder divisions rising higher. Red lights fade, the storm rolls in, rubble burns on a dragon's grin. Down in turn 8, they're side by side, precision, pride, and power collide. PRF1, PRF1, pushing through the smoke, never gonna run. PRF1, PRF1, heat and rain, we race under the sun. PRF1, lot of division, second to none. Night rain whispers on carbon wings, tales of glory the thunder sings. Will it be dry or a monsoon twist? Every lap's a gamble, every corner's a fist. They dance with danger in a neon cage, fuel and fury, throttle rage. Marshals wave, but they don't yield. Heroes all for field. PRF1, PRF1, sparks fly high where the brave begun. PRF1, PRF1, for bold checkers never done. Rain or dry, the storm is near. Grip is fading, but they got no fear. Through the smoke, through the flame, every legend has a name. PRF1, PRF1, racing gods in the humid sun. PRF1, PRF1, street fight glory, engine drums. Louder division, this war is won. Tuesday night, city blazing gold, Singapore streets, the story unfolds. PRF1 water, the stakes are high, engines scream beneath the sky. Out of the pits with a storm in the soul.
As we're on the formation lap now of Singapore with the PRF1 Lauda division on a Tuesday night, and my name's Gavin Bass 1.
Under lights, he writes his name in the book of speed, the Hall of Fame. Josh Godwin on the grid,
everybody's out on mediums, absolutely everybody's on the same strategy here probably, and that'll be medium to hard.
To the king, he danced with the corners and made them sing. Tuesday fire in the city's
what are they all thinking?
You know, he's hungry for more. Tight apex, throttle wide.
PRS open, it's a joyride.
They go in early.
Sector 2, he's
You
painted
take the
art.
chance.
Precision and passion from the start.
You lose the momentum.
Commentators can't believe their eyes. Purple sectors,
Your guys
the
in
time
the
may
DRS
rise.
train,
From to 18
they're
to
flying.
the pit
You're
lane
trying to make
roar.
it up.
Josh just
You just
shattered
watch
the
what
circuit
everybody's
roar.
doing. You go into the pits at the same time. Everybody's got their own idea and ways of doing things. But one thing for sure, everybody will be looking very carefully at their fuel, and they'll have put enough in, probably a little over, probably maybe a lap over in some cases. Maybe some people are running it even leaner, I don't know. But they will have been looking at the fuel as we start in with Morgan Hughes.
As he rolls by, Josh Godwin, shooting star in the sky.
Clem, you're the boss. Write yourself a P45. Morgan Hughes, he gets a P45 as well. The boss is going to be busy handing out those poor parking tickets. And they're away at Singapore. It's Gavin Bass 1, it's PRF1. And who's getting into the first corner? It's Josh Godwin safely with the Red Bull of Trappy behind him. Morgan Hughes behind him and the McLaren. Hughes Demons just a wee bit behind, but he'll have to do a bit of squeezing on the RS button just to nudge himself up with the crowd. I must say, gentlemen, this is all very respectable this evening. Absolutely. No drama. Clean racing so far. Let's hope it's not commentators' curse, but we're off to a good one. No real position changes, mind you. Well, I've just been made a liar off there. Andrew Pip Smith's up 2 from the start. Bar that, Mike Legend had a poor start there, jumping down 4. Didn't catch the action, but I'm sure he was in a tangle there, or a tackle. Josh Godwin just puts a 1:31.4 in. That's the fastest lap in lap 2. So you can see what's happening. There's a 3 train of Josh, Trappy and Morgan Hughes shaping up here. There'll be honorary orders here, and there'll be all sorts of position changes, I would say, as we go through. But it's not all about them at the minute. We're on with Andrew P. Smith, and he's got a battle. He's tucked tightly in behind Fuse. Fuse is in behind Clem. These 3 are going to have it. I'm absolutely certain there's going to be some action in here. What a slippy, horrible little corner that is. But once you get on this DRS zone, momentum very quickly ups it. Nothing happening here just yet. Excuse me. So back on with the leader. He's 7/10, nearly 8/10 up there at one stage, but it's dropping down. It's flapping in between with the trapping. And we're on about this guy Trappy again. He's sitting absolutely on Godwin's tail now. Morgan Hughes just needs to up the ante ever so slightly as he's just fallen out of that DRS zone of Trappy. He wants to get that gain back if he can. And then there's a 4-second drop down to Clem in the 4th position. So these front guys are definitely setting quite a fast pace for the start of this Singapore race. We're on board with Trappy in the Red Bull. He's just following Godwin. Both sitting with similar batteries, so they've been just squeezing each other along here. They're gathering quite a bit of momentum now, and they've dropped Morgan to 2 seconds. Yeah, these two are going to have a few battles coming in. They're just getting themselves lots of siding laps and getting those tyres absolutely bedded in, and then I think we're going to see some position changes from these guys as the race goes on. But topping down to Dystopian in the Visa Cash App, RB, he is absolutely giving Clem a little battle here. It's developing. And I think he's wanting to get in front of Clem as quickly as he possibly can. But I'm absolutely certain that these guys are all involved in the leaderboard of this league. As I say, I'm not focusing in on that tonight because I've just got enough going on, trying to keep myself focused in on the right drivers at the right time and even using the D-pad. But have a look. That's a lovely move. That's a lovely move, taking Dystopian up into 4th place. He's going to start having a look. He's going to look at the top left or top right of his corner, and he's going to see that Morgan's only 3 seconds ahead. So he's going to start thinking about putting in some very, very consistent fast laps here as he tries to battle that. But it's going to be a job, that's for sure. And you know what? Clem's not going to sit for long behind him. He's going to keep battling away here. So I hope they don't slow each other down doing this. I think these two have been driving for quite some time, so they know the importance of the tow here. They're going to have a bit of fun trying to track Morgan Hughes down. Back to the leaders again. There's a battle going here still, but it's Josh is in 2nd, Trappy's now in 1st in the Red Bull. They're going to do exactly the same thing. They're going to stay within each other's DRS zones. They're going to pull each other along. It's going to be just interesting to see where it comes from and how they catch him. But we're going to go down to Jeff in 8th position at the moment in the Ferrari. He's in a wee bit of a race here for sure. He's got Andrew Smith and Fuse Demon and Jeff Aboom, Mike Legend all together here. These guys are shaping up to have a good wee battle themselves. Lap 6 of 31. No penalties so far that I can see. Everybody's driving well. Just going to have a quick look at the stops because I have got a feeling, no, Schmitty's 15 seconds behind. Not too sure how he lost that lead, or not the lead, but got so far behind. He's maybe had a bit of a mishap or an unfortunate situation, I'm not too sure. But not an awful lot of moving going on here at the moment. Everybody's sort of taking their positions and summing everybody up. But we've got a race down here. We're on with Jaffaboom. Andrew Smith and Fuse Demon in front of him. We're on with Andrew. He's absolutely tailing Fuse here. He's wanting to make a move. He wants that place for sure. But where's he going to make it? There's just so difficult to make a move there. You just run out of road so quickly, and you need to get yourself absolutely lined up for that left-hander, getting stopped for that one. So yeah, it looks like Singapore is turning into a track where it's difficult to take positions. Well, they're all gathering up rightly here in this DRS chain, and this is all coming behind Clem. And in front of Clem is Dystopian, all out in his own. And then we've got this race at the front between Trappy and Josh Godwin. So there's three separate Zonio, but there's this race for first and second. There's Dystopian all out in his own here, and then there's this absolute battle going on behind Clem. Look at them nipping and tucking in behind there. Let's stay on this. We're on with Andrew here at the moment in the RB. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to have a go here, isn't he? He's going up the inside. Looks like he's made it stick. But that Alpine's right up the inside of him on the left. He fights it off. The drivers stay clean, respectful to each other. That's very, very good driving. Andrews just put himself up into fourth place with that series of moves. He's now going to be thinking about, can I catch number 3 place, which is going to be a tough call. But you know what? Hughes isn't going to sit back and just let him do it. That Alpine of Fuses is definitely going to put oh, he just got a 3-second penalty as I spoke. You didn't need that, sir. So Josh is in the pits and has been in the pits. That's Josh coming out in the Williams with the hard tyres on. And he's decided, I'm going to go for the rest of the race on the hards and take an early stop. 9 laps, dump the mediums. Morgan Hughes didn't finish, haven't a clue what's going on there. I don't know what's happened to the DNF of Morgan Hughes. Really don't know, sorry guys. I'm doing my absolute best for you tonight. It's my birthday, believe it or not. It's my birthday. I'm 61 years old today, and it's my birthday, and I've got people coming in and out of the house just wishing me a happy birthday and then out of the caravan. So the commentary's had to suffer a bit tonight on my debut, so don't be too hard on me. But again, it is my birthday, so you can sing happy birthday, Gavin. But I have lost track of the race a wee bit here tonight with people coming in and out. There's no doubt about it. But we are on lap 10. We're on with Jeff, and he's just swung round there. And he's now into a clear 5th position. And I'm going to try and get my thoughts around what's going on in this race, because right now at this moment in time, I've been so disturbed around here. They just keep knocking the door, and I just keep getting off track. So I've locked the door definitely this time, and I've closed the curtain so they can't knock the window. So I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best. Not the best night for Gavin Bass 1, but we're giving it our best shot. So you can see now Josh has had a stop, AMS Trappy's had a stop, Dystopians had a stop, Fused Demons had a stop. Morgan's out. I'd love to know what happened, Morgan Hughes there, and Clem's had a stop. So it is all going to shape up over the next 3-4 laps of what the final positions on track are going to be. And we're going to start to focus in on who the movers and shakers are here. But on track at the moment, Andrew Smith is in first position in that RB. But only 1.4 seconds behind him is Mike Legend. And Jeffabum is only 2.5 seconds behind him in the Ferrari. This is the worst thing that can happen in a 10-person race. You start running out of things to talk about, because here we have nearly a full a full race that's disjointed now in terms of the gaps from people. You start from Andrew there. He's away 6 seconds ahead. Then Godwin, you know, the only person that's in the DRS zone at the moment, these 3 guys. So I'm going to focus in and have a look here. So we're on board with Schmitty, and he's chasing the Alpine of Mike Legend, but behind him is Fuse. And it's definitely a close battle. Up the inside he goes. So that gets Mike the 5th place, Fuse 6th, and Schmitty in the 7th. One of the cars was ghosting there for a minute. I don't know whether they're on AI mode or not, but I hope they're okay. Probably just sets a 1:30.198 fastest lap there. That's a great lap, absolutely great lap, Trappy. But we're still on board with Schmitty here. Well, he goes really wide there. But maybe that's good wide, I don't know. But there's a few penalties start to appear. 3 seconds for Schmitty, 3 seconds for Fuse. Hope they don't come into play in the final orders of the grid if it's 1, 2 and 3. But Jeff's just taking the outside line here, and he makes it stick. Makes a beautiful pass. Schmitty just had to let that one take its natural course. If you thought that, it could have ended up silly. But that was a beautiful pass there, nicely timed, and the yellow flag's out. Why have we a yellow flag? Don't know. Just the game. But this is shaping up now to be a battle. And if we just once again have a look at the stop situation. Andrew's the only person out now, really, that hasn't had a stop, and he's sitting in P1 on the track. So this is going to be absolutely interesting. Oh, this is good racing. I'm just keeping quiet and letting you watch it as I continue to be disturbed. Again, guys, hate rhyming on about it, but it's my 61st birthday. I actually forgot all about it, but I had committed with Clem that I would do this tonight. So please, guys, if you're listening, I have been terribly distracted tonight with people calling on my 61st birthday. So I'm trying to just give you a bit of coverage, and not up to what I would believe what I can give in terms of quality. But right now I'm just trying to stay on board with these lot, and there's just been a move made there. Probably just sticks himself into P1 at the moment as he passes Josh, and these two are going to have a bang, that's for sure. Andrew's not too far behind. Again, just to have a look at those stop situations. Andrew still needs to make that stop. So is he going to be in contention after the stop? It's all going to be seen. We'll just ride on board with Josh a minute. Have a look at this. Lovely move into that left-hander. And of course he makes it stick. Trappy's going to have a look at this for sure. Just over to you in the helicopter, sir. Are you listening? Yes, I'm listening, sir. I'm on the helicopter now and I'm looking down. What a lot of nerdship. Trappy's got 87% the battery. Trappy's got Josh Godwin in front of him. They're going round this twisty section. Trappy's setting the plan. Is the plan to stay right on the tail of Josh going round here? Try and getting the momentum out of this left-hander. Will he have room to put the DRS on and give it a go? I don't think it. It's a very, very, very difficult move to make. Josh certainly wasn't worried about it because he even had time to charge the battery up there before going in there. So we'll just ride on board still with these two. This is a good wee battle for P1 and 2. Yeah, this battle's going to go on all night, I would say. They've both had their stop. They're both on the same tyres, I believe. I'm sure they are. Yeah, they're both on the hard tyres. 5 and 6 laps, not much in it in terms of wearage. This is going to be nose and tucking nose right to the very end, as long as they both keep it clean. And if somebody gets the edge, it's going to be very interesting to see how they do it. So one to keep a watch on, but one that just will develop, I think, in the next couple of laps. I think there's going to be some sort of news, as long as they don't take each other out. But we'll go down to Jeff a bomb here in the Ferrari. He's having a look at Clem. I'm speaking to you now, Jeff. Jeff Halfboom in the Ferrari. You've got the boss in front of you. You need to make it clean if you're going to overtake him. He's the boss, you can't rattle him. Into that left right hand section, and then this absolute swinger of a left. And I'm just going to stay on here in the Ferrari of Jeff. Clem, you might be the boss, but we're the workers. And I'll tell you what, the workers are not hanging back. They're chasing you down. They want your job. Look at this. You think you're safe in P6 right now? No, you're not. The Ferrari is making moves, and he's going to do it. It's going to take a bit of time to work it out exactly where. Interesting one. Let's see how that one goes later on. Back to the front runners again. Just the two of them, really. Bar that, there's separation everywhere. Really nothing much to comment on. But Trappy and Godwin are just... well, they're just doing what Trappy and Godwin are doing. Let's call it out for what it is. They're doing lap after lap. They're not really racing each other. They're respecting each other. They're putting in the fastest times they possibly can. Where there's a place to make the move, they're letting each other do it. They're just adding time after time after time after time onto their laps, and their progress in the race is just going to keep going forward. So absolutely hats off to Josh and Trappy. They're doing exactly everything right to come in P1 and P2 of this race. But I've got to bounce back to the Bowl Jeff. He's still on the back of the boss. And I'll tell you what, he's still within that dragon's breath. Round that left-hander, taking a lot of the strip there, which is the good thing. Yeah, this is really good driving, actually. I'm enjoying watching this. You know what, guys? Sometimes you don't need to speak when you're a commentator. Just watching that was on board with Jeff in the number 7 position there in the Ferrari. I think it was a pretty hell damn good demonstration of how to take parts of that course smoothly in the right gear at the right time. And there's no doubt, watch him. He's a smooth driver. Pleasure to watch you, Jeff. Absolute pleasure. So, are the leaders not dancing? Oh, there's a virtual safety car. That's why. Why is there a virtual? I can't see any damages. You know what, guys? I'm going to give a shout out to all the commentators in all these different leagues. I know quite a few of them now. I'm getting to know quite a few, and I'm not too sure I know too many in this league, but I'll stick my name down for the odd race and give you a chance to commentate on me driving for a change and get to know you all a bit better. But when you're a commentator, you need to be locked in a darkened room. Absolutely no distractions whatsoever. You lose 1 wee second, you're completely off the track, and you're missing bits and pieces of the race. And these two are back. And they're just putting in lap after lap. I think I'll have to go back on again with Jeff to see if he's making any progress on this pass for 6th position. I must say, Clem, you're a difficult guy to pass. I've been watching some great defence moves. You seem to be able to put that car just on the track where it needs to be to deter the guy from behind you making any dive or inside moves that are possible. So yeah, it's not all about speed. It's not all about everything like that. You need to be able to defend the corners in your rightful way. And I think you're doing that, sir. Well done. But be warned, Jeff, still on your tail. We're 20 laps in now of 31. And I'm going to have another look at the stops. The fastest lap still Trappy at 1:29.7. The biggest climber of the day so far is Dystopian in P3, gaining 6 places. Mike Legend has gained the 2 places in his Alpine tonight. Everybody's had their stop. So everybody's in the right position in the track at the moment for the last 11 laps of the Singapore Grand Prix with PRF1 Lauda League on a Tuesday night with Gavin Bass 1 on the mic in a very disgruntled way, with so many people disturbing me from my job on my birthday that I shouldn't really be doing this, but at least the wife's away in Spain, so I've no real excuses. But it's a nice wee swing right there to come back into the left. I like that. That gives you momentum going round that left-hander. I'm a great believer in that. Jeff demonstrated that very well. But he's playing such a patient game. But guess what? The Lovebirds are still at it. Pass, my love. Pass, my love. Oh yes, Trappy, I passed. Give us a ring in a couple of minutes and I'll pass you. And we'll steam away and we'll fucking well rock this Grand Prix. And they're definitely doing the right thing. What's the point in racing? What's the point in banging each other up? That can happen in the last 3 laps. Right now, I follow you, you follow me, you told me, that's what's going on. And I ain't knocking it. But I'm having to go back to Clem. Clem has had a dose of Jeffa powders. Jeff made the dose. He made the move. It took him laps. He thought it out, he obviously executed it, and now the boss is in the right position, and that's behind the workers. So what can the boss do in true boss fashion? We're on board with Clem. He's driving this Haas. We're on lap 22. How hungry are you, Clem? I'm 19% the battery hungry, Gavin, so I'm going to stay behind here. I'm going to press a couple of buttons and I'm hoping to see that 19 rise to about 50, and then I'm going to have a go. But right now, at the moment, you don't have what it takes right now to make a move on Jeff, I don't believe. Have a look what's going on. While I was talking, Andrew P. Smith sneaks up. He sneaks up very close, and he's now on the back of Clem, who's on the back of Jeff. And you know what? They're not that far behind Fuse. So there could be some absolute last lap of the Singapore Grand Prix with the PRF1 guys.
Singapore's night race, it's all going down from pole to pit. He's feeling the flame.
I've been apologising all night about the circumstances, guys. I think by now you know it. I'll be putting the best bits of this together. The live stream will be kept on for about 24 hours, so you can go and watch it if you want, but I'll be cutting out an awful lot of the stuff and putting the race together in a much better format for you to watch together. And I'll probably have a look at a driver of the day or anything like that, or maybe that's something that your own league does. I'll have a look at it anyway and add a few funny songs in there and make it a decent watch for the family. I'll maybe cut out a few of those swear words in case any kids are watching. Maybe you can let me know actually what the policies are there. If there are children watching, absolutely there'll be none of the swear words that I can avoid, that's for sure. But we're on lap 23. I've got somebody knocking on the door. I'm absolutely sorry to have to do this, but I'm going to knock you on to broadcast mode just for a second and stay on in this view for about two. Oh my goodness! The Hassa claims hit the wall. I don't know what happened again. Too many distractions here. Dystopian gets a 3-second penalty as well. So I'm just going to leave you on with these three guys in this view for about 3 or 4 minutes while I get and do the right thing for people who have been kind enough to call and wish me a happy birthday. So I'm just going to knock the microphone off and let you watch away here as these guys fight for their position in the Singapore Grand Prix this evening. Back shortly. Okay, folks, I'm back. I'm really do apologise this time for it because you're not getting great coverage tonight, but again, you've got some coverage, which is better than none. You know the situation. It's birthday boy, and I'm back on the comms for the last 5 laps of this Singapore race. So let me just gather some thoughts about where we are. Right, we've got Josh Godwin in first, but he has just lost that first position. Oh, very tightly with Trappy. These guys are going for it. Oh my goodness, lads. Oh, that is tight. That is absolutely tight stuff. They're having a ball together here. An absolute ball. And while they're doing it, they're just pulling away. But you know what? Fuse Demon, he's in P6. Fuse is definitely wanting to take Jeff. There's been a bit of a battle going on here. So he's wanting that position. The guy behind him is Andrew. He's wanting that position. So we've got ourselves a three-way, absolute three-way, as we go down the start-finish of the 27th lap of the PRF1 Lauda League Singapore race. Again, for any of the drivers that are watching, it's most important you give me a follow on Twitch, and it's most important you give me a follow on YouTube. You'll understand why, because by lunchtime-ish tomorrow there'll be a proper highlight show of your race with all the boring bits taken out and a bit of music and a bit of entertainment added in, just to make it a good family watch for everybody to watch if they want to do so. So I'll give you all those details later, and you can subscribe or follow or do whatever you want to do to any of those channels. I'm obviously trying to build up a decent audience of people to watch these streams. And in turn for that, what I think it may do is it might attract more drivers and help fill the grids up and make it a full grid race, which is much more exciting for a commentator anyway. And I'm sure as an administrator of the league, you'd rather see your grids filled up at night rather than 10 people. But despite that, 10 people or not, we've got ourselves a hell of a race going on here. But the race really is happening here. These three guys are in battle. They're having a ball. I would say they'll be PMing each other or in the group chats later, guys, that was a cracking race as long as nobody messes up. But you know what? The standard of driving tonight has been exceptional. I haven't seen anything that looked like it deserved a ticket or anybody that's getting any fines or penalties tonight. I just don't see anything like that going on. All I see is good, clean, respectful racing, which is a credit to the lads on the track tonight. As the Ferrari goes up, he makes a lovely move, but I'm not sure he got enough pace to keep it. And he didn't. Fuse Demon holds that place in this battle. And my goodness gracious, it is a battle. My goodness, how close are we getting? You can get a pair of Jordan knickers in between those two cars. That's if she wears any knickers, I would doubt it. She's one hell of a girl, that Jordan girl. She might be one hell of a girl, but these three are having one hell of a race. We're on with Fuse, taking this left-hander. He's going to try and own the track and keep these two guys behind him. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. They're very, very eager. They're not going to do the inside move there. Jeff thinks about it, but he says to himself, no, what I'll do is I'll give him a little squint on the left view and just let him know that I'm there, and to absolutely expect that he'll be doing something about it very shortly. Andrew P. Smith. Let's ride on board with Andrew round the most beautiful glittery lights of Singapore. And he is absolutely chomping on Jeff. Jeff is absolutely chomping on Fuse. The two guys in the lead are going to own the last lap. Maybe you guys are going to own the last lap, but my goodness, this is very, very, very good watching for anybody interested in Formula One. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's phenomenal driving. Andrew Smith, brilliant driving there. Great awareness, giving plenty of room. Jeff gets a 3-second penalty. Not a good time of the race to be picking it up, but I'm staying on board. Oh, Andrew, that does happen. You've got so much pace, you're in behind the guy, you press your brakes and fuck, there's nothing there, and you end up going into that top. One of the things that I had to learn very, very quickly is in a corner like this one, there you go. You need to brake that bit earlier, or you're just going to keep tapping the guy in front of you. And I can tell you what, that fucking pisses people off. It can actually knock them off momentum, and I'm well guilty of having done it in the past, and I've had it done to me. And it's not really anybody's fault. They're not doing it on purpose, mind you. There are some people that do it on purpose, but it's the braking. You're in such a vacuum there behind the car. You go to put those brakes on, and you don't have the same brake stoppage time as you normally do. But this is a great battle here. But we are on lap 30, and we are being treated to an absolutely fabulous bit of nip and tuck driving here from Trappy and Godwin in P1 and P2. If you had to write a book on how to go about winning a Grand Prix with a friend or with a teammate or with somebody else on the track who knows how to drive, I think this is a display on how to do it. But you know what? The manners book sometimes goes out the window, and we're on lap 31 and there's pride involved. So let's have a look and stay on board with this absolute showdown to the final line. And we're going to have to jump on with Josh here. Josh is right on Trappy's tail. They're going round that right-hander. This is an absolute treacherous part of the track. You can bend it here so easy. Josh is tucking. Every bit of room is left. You can't complain about that. That's clean racing. Oh my goodness gracious, he's going to try one of those ones. Oh, this can only end up in tears. No, it's not. Oh, that was so close to being a disaster. It really was, but I can see what he was trying to do there. It would have been an absolute cracker had it come off, but it hasn't come off, and he's going to have to settle for second place of this Grand Prix. As we have our winner across the line in the Red Bull. Oh, Josh. Thanks for ruining my stream, buddy. Everybody that thinking that was real have just realised it's only a game. Dystopian, absolutely fantastic job in third. Mike Legends in fourth. Mike just comes round that final left-hander. It's a lovely corner. This you just get this one absolutely sweet, and the car's in the zone. Yeah, he comes over. He's in fourth place, Mike. Great race for you, sir. And we'll bounce on with Andrew Smith and Jeff Boom. All of them had an absolute epic battle at times there. Fuse, you drove a brilliant race as well. P7's not really a true reflection, but what a clean race. And Clem, the boss, unfortunately you're in 8th, buddy, but you gave us some great demonstrations on how to defend, that's for sure. So that's the end of the race. I'm Gavin Bass 1. I've come to you on my 61st birthday tonight to commentate on the PRF1 Lauda League and to witness some great driving, I must say. as the Red Bull driver does his usual very arrogant type of a walk-in. And very arrogant he should be, because that was a great race. Absolutely great race. A wee drop of champagne for everybody. And don't forget, guys, I only keep this live stream going for 24 hours. I transfer it then onto a YouTube highlight show, which is a much more watchable job. I'm totally rookie at this, but I'm trying so hard to make it good. And the more feedback I get about it, the more I will want to make it better. So Trappy, well done. Godwin second, Dystopian third, Legend fourth, Mike Legend fourth, Andrew Pip Smith in fifth, and Fuse, Clem, Schmitty, and Morgan Hughes in 10th. Thank you all for providing us with some absolutely superb racing tonight. And it was my pleasure doing a comms for you, despite all of my distractions. So it's from Gavin Bass 1. It's from Castle Rock in sunny Northern Ireland. Keep your eye on the YouTube channel. I'll post it as soon as I get it all together, and you can watch a much shorter version and a much more enjoyable version of that race. That's if you don't want to bounce on and have a look and view your race for yourself on Twitch, which you're more than welcome to do. Again, thanks to the admins and the guys that had the confidence to give me a crack at this. I'm sure by my tone you'll understand that I've had too many distractions tonight, but also have a fantastic excuse of being 61, and it's happy birthday to me. It's over and out to me, and absolutely well done to everybody from Gavin Bass 1 on the mic. Keep her lit.
Gavin Bass one on the microphone. The energy is high, feel the vibe in the zone. Engines roar as the lights go down. Racers ready, it's a battle for the crown. Who will rise? Who will stand tall? On the top step, they'll answer the call. With hearts racing and spirits ignited, the champion's moment is finally sighted. Adrenaline pumping, the crowd is alive. Speeding through corners, they take the dive. Every lap counts, the stakes are set. In this game of skill, there's no room for regret. Listen closely, hear the engine scream. Chasing glory, living the dream. Battles unfold on the asphalt track. In pursuit of victory, there's no turning back. Feel the thrill as the tires grip tight. Under the stars, everything feels right. Each curve a story, each turn a chance. In this high-speed dance, we all advance. As the checkered flag